In this video, we're going to be previewing a matchup in the East region between the number 6 seed BYU Cougars taking on the number 11 seed Duquesne Dukes in what should be a great matchup. For the BYU Cougars, they come into the NCAA tournament with a 23-10 record. They finished 5th in the Big 12 this year in their first year in the Big 12. They lost in the quarterfinals of the Big 12 tournament. This is a modern offense and a modern team under head coach Mark Pope. This team takes the second most three-pointers in all of college basketball. Over half of their shots are threes. 51% of BYU's attempts from the field are from beyond the arc. And they're not a tremendously efficient team from out there as well. They're 34% from beyond the arc, but simply volume is key for BYU when it comes to their three-point shooting. They're 11th in the nation in offensive efficiency as well. This is a team that moves the ball well. They take a ton of threes. They don't necessarily have one player who can kill you night in, night out offensively, but they share the love. And again, 11th in the nation in offensive efficiency. Now, the key player to look out for this BYU team is Jackson Robinson, the senior guard and their leading scorer, who's averaging 14 points per game for them this year. Here's a stat for you about Robinson. BYU is 12-3 this year when Robinson has 15 or more points. Usually when Robinson is hot, so are the BYU Cougars. Now, my big concern for this team is when they don't make threes, when they really struggle from the outside, they struggle to score, and frankly, they do not win because they don't get to the free throw line. They're 348th in the nation in free throw rate because they take so many outside shots. And on top of that, when they are away from home in Provo at the Marriott Center, they're just 5-8 this year. A 5-8 record away from home. Obviously, in the NCAA tournament, you cannot play your games at home. That is definitely a concern for me about BYU. For the 11th-seeded Duquesne Dukes, this team comes into the tournament 24-11 on the year. This team has won 8 in a row. They're red hot. Even though they finished 6th in the A10 conference this year, they went all the way to the championship and won the A10 championship title in what was a crazy Atlantic 10 tournament. This team, contrary to BYU, is all about the defensive end. They're 20th in the nation in defensive efficiency, and they want to make these games ugly. They want to make it physical, and they will turn you over a lot. And one thing that Duquesne does that's really important is that in this matchup is they defend the three ball really well. Their opponents shoot under 32% from beyond the arc. That is certainly crucial in this game. Now, the key players for Duquesne is their backcourt combo, and that's really where a lot of their offense comes from. Their senior guards, Jimmy Clark and Day Grant, two of them average combined 32 points per game, and really the engine goes with those two on the Duquesne offense. Now, similar to BYU, the big concern for me about this Duquesne team is when they are not hitting shots from the outside, their offense really struggles. When Clark and Grant are not having their best days, they really struggle to score over 60 points. And obviously that can be a problem if you're playing against high-quality opponents. So again, outside shooting crucial for Duquesne as well. Now, as far as how these two teams match up here in this game, it's a total clash of styles game. BYU is a modern offense. They love to move the ball and take a ton of threes. They don't like to play a physical game. They like to play fast and put up a ton of points. Duquesne is the complete opposite. They want to play physical. They want to play defense. They want to make it ugly, and they want to play games in the 50s and 60s. That's how they've been winning here over the past couple of weeks. Again, who is going to win out in this game? The three-point line is going to be crucial. If the Dukes can defend BYU from beyond the arc, they have a significantly better chance of pulling off this upset here as an 11 seed. if I had to put this on the upset potential meter, I would say it's certainly likely that we could see an 11/6 upset here, Duquesne taking down BYU. But in the end, I am going to go with the BYU Cougars as my pick here to scrape by Duquesne. I think this is going to be an ugly game and more towards Duquesne's style, but I think BYU is too talented. They'll make enough shots to get by a really tough Duke squad and squeeze into the second round of the NCAA tournament. Give me the BYU Cougars. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.